what does blockchain as a service mean, and can Ergo be a provider for this service? Would this benefit Ergo, and how will Ergo attract devs to use the blockchain as a service from Ergo?
All right, so blockchain as a service, I guess, is when using blockchain for valuable service, right? And what's other service about? So in the first place, the blockchain is kind of ideal timestamping solution, right? Everything you right now on the blockchain, well, 1 year after, getting so much work on top of it done, then it's irreversible, right? And even much sooner, right? You can consider information recorded as secure. Another option is to use blockchain as kind of self enforcing agreements, right? Which is valuable where you cannot use other enforcing mechanisms for contracts between counterparties. Those services I have in mind. If we are not talking about financial nature of cryptocurrencies, right? So if you are just using blockchain as kind of database and also execution service. All right, and Ergo can be superior in many aspects because of proof of work, right? Because of support for off-chain data structures, having short on-chain digest, but also with possible operations on top of those data structures. So there is a recent example of off-chain bank published. So just check it. So it's the simplest plasma-like construction, and it's really simple on Ergo. And it can be improved further with federated signing and so on. So we will continue the series of publications. This forum post on off-chain bank is just the first of this kind. So we will show more off-chain data storage constructions with some useful properties when you are using on-chain persistence. All right, and Ergo is also proof of work, right? So then the security can be measured simply in regards with timestamping applications, for example, as work done right on top of your record got published on the blockchain. And so on. So actually, very good topic, and we're already publishing materials which are showing Ergo superiority, right? Supremacy in regards with some applications. Real life like applications, right? So not imaginable ones. So this plasma construction is just the first example.
Great. What about yourself, Joe? What would be your take on this?
Sure. I think that it's definitely something that's kind of an emerging field. In the future, it'd be very nice to be able to have self-executing contracts that had verifiably secured data. I think that just that in and of itself could potentially be a massive disruptor. It's just a matter of saying, okay, well, what's the best way to ensure the security of the data that is causing that execution, and is the actual parameters for execution, properly constructed. I think just smart contracts in general at this point mainly seem to be based on kind of like on-chain coin chasing rather than let's say real life operations business, and that's something that probably just has to do with the fact that the industry is young.
Yeah. And it's a young industry, and we just need to keep pushing, guys. We need to keep pushing. Don't get frustrated. Don't get hung up. Expand your minds. Think of ways to bring people in. Think of ways to be able to explain to your grandmother why she should care about the blockchain without telling her about consensus protocols and smart contracts and whatever else we blockchain crypto guys like to talk about to sound cool. Because I think the average person just really shouldn't care about what's under the hood. I mean, the average person care what's under the hood of their Visa card, not to compare to Visa, but just for example, do they care? No, it just works. So I think that we really need to start approaching it like that as well. We need to build applications that make things better for the average person without having to explain to them why. They get it. They'll just get it. And there are many use cases like that. We just need to be able to articulate those use cases and need to articulate these dApps and these solutions and get them adopted, get adoption going.